Let's talk about these North Korean hackers who are at it again. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Tech G back with another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about these North Korean hackers who are out there doing what they do to cause chaos and confusion for those of us who live in the United States. But before we do all of that, be sure to hit the like button, share button, subscribe, and also go sign up for a Tech G membership so you can get access to exclusive content to help you successfully pass your IT fundamentals, A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus certifications so you could begin this career in IT and cybersecurity. That being said, let's get into this news article. All right, so North Korea. They are targeting hospitals with ransomware, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, these North Koreans, they never stop. They are always up to something. And it's amazing because when you look at the country of North Korea, so this is the country of North Korea at nighttime, ladies and gentlemen. You got South Korea here, you got China right here. This is North Korea, a country with no lights on at night. And they are out here just causing all types of headaches out there on these internet streets, ranging from trying to conduct billion-dollar heist just a few years ago. I did a video about that a couple weeks back, so go check that out. All the way to breaking into U.S. movie production companies to leak emails. Now they are out here targeting hospitals in America with ransomware. All this coming from a country with no lights on at nighttime, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing, isn't it? Article says the U.S. government said Wednesday that North Korea is behind a recent strain of ransomware cyber attacks on hospitals and other healthcare facilities. The warning is the starkest alert to date that North Korea, which the U.S. has long alleged uses its hackers to raise money for state programs like its nuclear weapons development, has turned to locking up essential American services as a new way to generate money for the state. So for those of you learning Security Plus, you're going to come across a concept called state-sponsored actors. And essentially, these are hackers who are sponsored by their nation state to go out there and cause all these headaches and confusion by hacking into people's stuff and infecting them with malware and ransomware. And apparently in North Korea, this is a major moneymaker for the leader of that country. It says in its joint warning, the FBI, Treasury Department, and Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency said North Korean government hackers have been using a strain of ransomware called Maui, MAUI, we're just going to call it Maui, to infect American hospitals since May 2021. It says North Korean state-sponsored cyber actors used this ransomware in these incidents to encrypt servers responsible for healthcare services, including electronic health records, services, diagnostic services, imaging services, and intranet services. Says ransomware, which is where a hacker encrypts a victim's computer network and demand a key to make them usable again, has become a lucrative criminal enterprise in recent years. Hackers behind it made at least $731 million last year, according to an estimate from cybersecurity company Chainalysis. Says U.S. healthcare facilities are frequent targets of ransomware attacks. There is one known incident in which an American has allegedly died because of a ransomware attack. In 2020, an Alabama mother claimed in a lawsuit that her newborn died because of poor care after her hospital was hacked. Now, unfortunately, I predict you're going to see more and more instances of people losing their lives behind medical care, being hacked and held hostage with ransomware. I think that's going to be a new wave moving into the future, and unfortunately, it's probably going to cost a lot of people their lives. It says the North Korean mission at the United Nations didn't immediately respond to an email request for comment. Little is public about the victims of North Korea's ransomware. Unlike many ransomware groups, Maui's operators don't host a public website to name and shame victims to encourage them to pay. So if you guys recall from a couple videos ago, I stated that some of these hackers out here, they would infect your system with ransomware, then they would create a website basically encouraging you to log into the site so you can see if your name and your personal information has been added to their database of materials that they have hacked and stolen or are currently holding hostage responses for ransomware. But apparently the North Koreans, they're not interested in doing all that. They just want to hack some stuff and then, get you to pay up. Article says Alan Liska, a ransomware analyst at the cybersecurity company Recorded Future, said he's learned through confidential industry conversations of about a dozen clinics, hospitals, and urgent care facilities that have been victims of this ransomware, but he couldn't name them publicly. Maui's operators appear to follow the same tactics as most of the major criminal ransomware gangs, he stated. Those tend to be composed of members across Russia and Eastern Europe, and there are some indications of gangs having tacit approval from their country's government. Major North Korean hacking operations act with direct supervision, stated the vice president of intelligence analysis at the cybersecurity firm Mandiant. He says they're essentially trying to raise money. They are funding the North Korean regime. That is their job. Western government officials and cybersecurity workers have said North Korea was behind a number of high-profile attacks for large sums of money in recent years. A major North Korean hacking unit took nearly $400 million in cryptocurrency last year, and the Treasury Department said North Korean hackers stole $600 million in an attack earlier this year on the game Axie Infinity. Says, unfortunately, ransomware actors have recognized the value of targeting healthcare because they pay out. Says there are plenty of them that lack the ethics that could otherwise stop them. Goes on to say, I ultimately think the North Koreans are unconcerned about any kind of retribution. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have the country of North Korea, a country that has hardly any electricity when viewed from space at nighttime. This country that looks like a black hole. This country is out here hitting American hospitals with ransomware. And unfortunately, these hospitals find themselves in a predicament where they may have to pay these ransomwares each and every time, because the information that the North Koreans are holding hostage, this information could literally be the difference between life or death for a patient. That is where we currently are with this cybersecurity ransomware thing, ladies and gentlemen. And these North Koreans are not playing around. Told you guys in a previous video where I was talking about the Lazarus heist, where the North Koreans attempted to steal $1 billion from a bank somewhere in Southeast Asia, that basically in North Korea, they are raising super hackers over there. They are taking little boys and girls as young as like 10, 11 years old, sending them to China to get taught by expert hackers on how these little kids can grow up to become future expert hackers, to where they are now employing their hacking skills on American infrastructures. And now they are seeing that there is a lot of money to be made to fund the North Korean regime by targeting hospitals, because hospitals are more than likely going to pay up so that patients do not expire. So that's why we need you all out there on the front lines of the digital wall to go out there and learn IT and make your way on over into cybersecurity, so you can go out there and defend these systems, because we're all going to go to the hospital one day. Every last one of us. We're going to that hospital one day, whether we're going there to get a Band-Aid or we're going there to get treated for some type of ailment or whatever the case may be. You are going to find yourself in a hospital one day. And depending upon what you're in there for, I would imagine you would want your doctor or healthcare provider to have access to your medical record so that they can properly diagnose and treat you to hopefully extend your life even longer, depending upon, what's going on with you, obviously. So this is why we need people in cybersecurity, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you are still on the fence trying to figure out if IT and cybersecurity is a career for you, I highly encourage you to check out the Tech G memberships. You can go in there, you can get access to courses like A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus. Go through, learn that stuff, get certified so that you can go out there and join the ranks of the cybersecurity professionals who are protecting our infrastructures like our hospitals from these North Koreans who live in a country that do not have electricity at night when you view them from space. That's what we need you all to do out there, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, be sure to hit the like button, share button, drop a comment, and subscribe to this channel. And with that, I will holler at you on the next video. So peace.